Hello everyone! How are we doing today? Welcome back to another episode of the Corpse Cast. I know it's been a hot minute, but what can I say? I've been busy. But today we have a very special guest joined with us once again. Our guest for this episode is one of the most lovable and possible people that you'll ever have the pleasure of meeting. He's managed to gain a following of 8,000 subscribers with his fun and loving personality, charm, and charisma. If you don't know him for his reaction videos, then maybe you'll recognize him through his music or being the voice talent behind Drew and Reality Resort. Please welcome David, aka Solar Volar. Welcome to the show. How are you today?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for having me. That was quite an introduction. It kind of hyped me up a little bit. I'm like, let's go.
Yeah, gotta hype you up. Yeah, I'm a little bit of a writer, if I do say so myself. But yeah, it's gonna be a blast. So how about we start off with you introducing yourself? Who are you? What do you do? Just go ahead.
Alright, well, of course, my name is David Benton, and most of you may know me as Solar Volar for my reactions and whatnot, and, honestly, I do quite a lot of things, like, of course, like, I work at Walmart, like, I work there, and...
Retail.
Full-time, yeah, retail job, that's, always fun.
Yeah.
But, of course, like, the end-time goal is to eventually get more into YouTube full-time, and also I make music as well, so I've enjoyed doing that for like a long time, because I love touching people's hearts and having people actually relate to it in some sort of way.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. So going more into your depth of content creation, when did you start to discover your appreciation and love for creating?
So believe it or not, I've always been inspired in creating content since I was like maybe 11 years old, but I didn't officially start creating content until 2016, because I actually used to work at Burger King, and the first thing I had in mind in 2016, I was still in high school at the time, I was like, I want to do YouTube. So you know what? I'm going to save up for a laptop, a very cheap laptop, a very cheap microphone, and a very cheap capture card, and I'm going to make this happen one way or another.
Yeah.
I don't care how difficult it is, but I was like, I'm just going to make this happen, nevertheless. And I actually started out as a gaming channel, so I've just been like uploading probably every single day on there for like, God knows how long, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was in 2016 and through 2017, and then over time I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make a Solar Volar channel, and then now here we are. That was in 2018.
Yeah, oh my god, 8 years. Oh my goodness, time goes by so fast. Oh my god.
It really does. I'm like, oh, looking back at it, like I was in high school at that time.
Oh my god.
It's unbelievable.
It's scary how quickly time goes. Like, I'm still over here relishing over the fact that I've almost been here for a year, and I don't know how people can just accept the fact that time has gone so quickly. I don't know how you do it. It's scary.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's just like, before you know, I'm gonna have gray hairs coming out of my
Ew,
head.
no! I don't want to think about that yet. I'm too young. Oh,
yeah, we're not gonna get that far yet, but
yet is the key word. So, and kind of branching off that question a little bit, what have been some of your favorite videos to make over the years?
My favorite videos to make, to be honest, I actually really enjoy the reaction videos, believe it or not. And the only reason I enjoy that is because it feels like, you know, you're watching that video with somebody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're like, if you ever want to watch a specific video for for example, if one of your friends like wasn't into that, like in real life, I would say, versus through the internet, you could be like, I'm gonna watch this with this guy and see how this person feels, and next thing you know, you really build a bond with that person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I've always been into doing that, and of course I also used to watch a lot of reaction videos myself over the time of years, and it's always been just funny to see how people feels about specific topics, and seeing people's thoughts and opinions on it, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I've always like enjoyed seeing that throughout the years and whatnot, so
Yeah, like starting a conversation. Yeah, I really like that. One thing that I've always really liked about your reaction videos specifically is that you always tend to bring up so much charm and personality with your reactions, and also just the way that you're able to kind of start a discussion in the comments. It's always really fun to read and listen to, and yeah, you're just very fun to talk to. It really does feel like we're having a conversation when watching your videos, and I think that's the reason why like so many people love to watch. So yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah. Now, kind of moving on a little bit, let's talk about your music for a bit. So, how long have you been creating music for, and what made you want to start in the first place?
So this is actually a good story. I love this question right here. So, long story short, it was actually in 2018 when I first started really making music.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, of course, I was working at Burger King at that time, and a bunch of my friends was making music. So they was like showing me their songs or whatnot. I'm like, this song's good. I like this, man. I was bumping this. I was like, you know what? I was inspired. So what I did, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to make a song for fun myself. So I went on BandLab. I downloaded this app called BandLab.
BandLab, oh my god.
And then I made some just random beat, and it was terrible. I'm just gonna be real. It was a very terrible beat, but I was vibing with it at the same time. At that time, I thought it was good.
Yeah.
But, long story short, I rapped on it, and of course, like I literally rapped on it through my phone. I sounded like I was in prison when I first made that track.
I love crunchy phone mics. My favorite.
Yeah. Yes. So, long story short, after I made that song, I was like, this might be a hit. So I showed everybody at work, and they was like, oh, okay, David, I see you. And it really hyped me up because they told me I should keep going with it. They seen the potential I had. So I was like, maybe I should actually start making music or whatnot. So, of course, I still had fun with it, and I made some random songs with like people in high school that I used to know, and of course, like we kind of broke like how do I explain this? We kind of set ways, if that makes sense. We lost touch.
Okay.
But,
yeah.
Yeah. Long story short, in 2019, I think it was 2020, my dad actually discovered I made music, and I didn't even like really tell him much about it, but he realized I made music, and he also used to make music back in like the 90s and whatnot. And he hit me up. He was like, "Hey son, I hear you got potential." I was like, "Oh, I appreciate it."
Aww.
So it really like lifted me up because he really was the main one that helped me like actually enhance my craft and whatnot, because he actually started this record label back in 2014 called Beyond the Fence.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he actually officially signed me onto that record label in 2020, and he wanted me to start getting like serious with it. So in 2020, I actually featured on a couple songs with him, and then I think 21 and 22, I featured on a song called Amazing and Nauseous with him. And that's when I was like really elevating my craft and whatnot. And of course, I made like songs here and there just for fun, but I didn't like officially release it on like any streaming platform or whatnot.
Yeah.
And after that, it really got serious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It got serious because we did this show in Atlanta in 2022. So fast forward into that, believe it or not, as most of you guys may know, I made a song, one of my first singles with the Stevie G.
Oh, really?
Actually, yep.
Oh my god, that's iconic. What the fuck?
Yes. So, because I actually showed him, like, of course, those two feature songs I did with my dad, and I figured out he did music at the time, and I think it was he did one project. I think it was in 2022. I actually reacted to it on my channel and whatnot. But we was like, you know what? Let's make a song together. So after that, that was history, and then I've just been dropping songs consistently ever since 2022, just like official songs. And
yeah.
Yep.
My gosh, wow. Yeah, your music is always so fun to listen to. I always have it on a playlist whenever I'm drawing.
Hey,
let's go. I didn't know you did a song with Stephen Gordon, though. That's actually hilarious.
Yeah, one of my first official singles.
I didn't know he was a singer. What the heck?
Oh yeah.
That goes kind of hard.
He killing it.
That's iconic. I love that.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Yes. Now your newest single, Tempo, that just came out not too long ago. What was the process in creating that song?
Honestly, it was a very interesting process. I'm gonna say that at the least.
Oh.
So, yeah, believe it or not, I made the song probably a couple years ago.
Oh.
And it officially came out, like, of course, here recently. But for when I was writing the song, I was like, I need a topic, because of course, like, there's like some other songs I wrote that was like pretty much some like heartbreak songs. So I was like, okay, let me go ahead and get more of a, of an inspirational type of vibe, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So what I did, tempo is basically meaning that I'm taking life within a tempo. I'm not trying to rush everything. I want to take my time with it, because everything's going to come organically. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much like what I was implying within that song. Like, I'm going to take it real slow. Let me hit them with that little tempo. I almost forgot my lyrics. But yeah, long story short, that's pretty much what the thought process between the song Tempo was. I was like, life, it gotta be taken, one step at a time, and I'm gonna set my mind to whatever I want to make happen. And I just want to prove people wrong, because there was people that wouldn't believe in you at the time, and you gotta prove to yourself that you can like make anything happen no matter what.
Oh, okay, that's really cool, actually. I like that.
Said it.
Hell yeah. Spitting bars, honestly. That goes hard. I really like that, because,
Thank you.
like, it's true. Like, people rush things. Like, chill out. Take your time.
Exactly. And that's the thing. Like, I used to want everything, like, immediately. And this was, like, of course, when I was in, like, middle school. But I came to realization. I was like, nah, this can't happen ASAP. I gotta just take it one step at a time. Everything is gonna eventually come naturally. And it's like growing a tree, right? Trees take so long to grow. But of course, it matures in the best possible, tree it can possibly grow into. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just things like that. But if you try to rush and grow the tree, it's gonna wilt.
Oh, okay. What an analogy. Oh my goodness. But yeah, but I really like that message a lot. That's cool. That's very deep. Very deep. Oh my god, I didn't know you were a poet, Solar. That's crazy.
I get it from my dad.
Yeah, I was gonna say musical runs through the family. That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
That's real cool. Okay, now the music video was just released a couple of days ago as of the time of recording this video. What was your favorite part of filming and just like creating the video? Like what was your favorite part? What are some memories that you have?
Oh, that's an excellent question. There's actually one key moment in that video. There's actually a scene where you see the train that is going by in the music video. So long story short, we was of course filming it on the train tracks, and we was like, what would be the odds of a train actually, zipping on by as we're filming this or whatnot?
Yeah.
Next thing you know, we was in the middle of a scene. I hear choo choo. I'm like, choo choo. What you mean choo choo? And the next thing you know, I felt like I was in Final Destination. I seen a whole train just zipping from afar. I was like, oh, y'all, we got to get off the track. But my cameraman was like, no, stay right here. We got to get this scene real quick. I'm like, dog, this train is coming quickly, man. I don't know if I want to, like, be on the train track while we're doing this. And I was panicking. I was like, bro, get the scene. Get the scene.
Get the scene.
Like, yeah. And I was like, nah, I'm about to get off this track. So we got off the track, and then we tried to stay as close as possible to the train, but I was like, bro, I don't think we should be this close to the train, because that thing is gonna start flying, and then once that thing flies, we're gonna get knocked over, probably fall down where the park was and whatnot, because there was like a trail.
Oh my god.
We was at and whatnot. But long story short, I was like, okay, we're gonna try to get this scene. So next thing you know, the train zipped by, and we both like lost our balance. I was like, oh my gosh, this is not this. I felt like I was about to lose my life just from filming this scene right here.
Oh my god.
That train zipped by so quickly. Like, it basically blew my body. It's like,
Yeah.
It was insane. But of course, we got that scene and whatnot. But I kid you not, there was another train that came within
What?
the same video.
Really?
We filmed for 2 hours, and there was 2 trains that came within 30 minutes from each other. I'm like, how's the train coming from the direction the train just left from? I'm like, what is happening right now?
Oh my
I'm like, did
god.
the train make a U-turn? Like what? I was so confused right now, but I was like, I don't know if a train spawned in from the distance or if, like, you know, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that train of course came back, and yeah, I think we got one more shot with that train and whatnot too, but that one wasn't as intense, but it was still, you know, a train that
It's a
was
little
pretty
scary.
rapid, but yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was terrifying, but and what made matters worse, it was actually really hot that day too. So I was
Ooh,
like, yeah,
nah.
this breeze was nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the breeze from the train was actually nice. So I was like, it was the best of both worlds in a way. But yeah, it was a scene of a lifetime. I actually really didn't expect to get a scene like that. So overall, I was really proud of how it became and turned out.
Oh my god, that's what a story to tell. Like, yeah, I almost died. It was fine though. It came out pretty cool.
Yeah, I was so scared. I was like, you might see in the music video as well, because I was just like standing in shock. I was like, did this train really was that close to just zipping us off into the park?
I'm gonna be so real with you. When I watched the video, I thought it was like edited in. I didn't think it was an actual train. I didn't think it was an actual train.
That makes it so much better. I was even in shock. I didn't even believe the train was actually there, and I was in the video.
Oh my god.
I was like, there's no way this is happening.
My god.
Oh my gosh. It was so funny because, like, you hear the, I don't know if there's somebody, I'm assuming there was somebody in the train, but you hear, like, they was just honking, just, and then my cameraman was just on the track. I'm like, dude, get off the track, man. We can't do this scene, right?
Oh my god. Like, great content. Solar Volar gets hit by a train.
Right. Exactly. And what made it funnier is that I was, of course, laying on the tracks, and then literally the next scene, you see a train zip on by, and then it pans to me at the left, just in shock.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so it was a very interesting time.
And to have that happen not once but twice, and oh my god.
Exactly.
What a
Twice in one
coincidence.
video.
What a coincidence
I know,
of that
right?
happening.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. I was in shock. Like, the dude that was in my video, my friend that I actually work with, his name's Ryan. He goes by Lil T as well. But he was even in shock that there was a train, not 2 trains that came back to back. He was like, I never seen so many trains come this quickly in my life.
Oh my god. Yeah, because I don't know about, I'm not entirely sure, like, about that, but aren't trains, like, not a very common thing in America?
From what I know in Tennessee, I live in Tennessee, I don't see them often anymore. I used to see them a lot, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
'Cause I don't know if they, like, send off goods and whatnot, but they're kind of rare nowadays. But seeing so many in one sitting actually, like, blew my mind, because I used to hear it all the time at night when I'm, like, trying to sleep. I just hear a train, and I was like, oh, okay, that's my alarm clock in the morning.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Because, sorry to get sidetracked for a moment, but I was having a discussion with one of my friends a couple of weeks ago, and they were just fascinated with the fact that trains are so common in Australia, and because we use trains as just like public transportation, like a bus, so...
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I was just in shock that trains just aren't really a thing in America. I didn't know if that was the same with you or anything, but oh my goodness. Okay, interesting.
Oh, that's tight. I like that.
Yeah, cool. That's really interesting. Okay, cool. So, moving on a little bit, are you planning on releasing any more music in the future? Which I assume that you will be. But, if so, can we get a little idea on what's to come next?
Oh yeah, 100%. I actually got a song that's hopefully, I don't know if it's gonna come out next week. I wanted it to come out next week, but it's still pending from what I was heard. It's supposed to be dropping through, I think it's like Sony Orchard or whatnot, because my the record label Beyond the Fence, they've actually have a distribution. Well, they're partnered with the Sony Orchard. It's like this place in New Jersey and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So they have like our music distributed internationally, and they like put it on their playlists, and it like actually gets us a lot of streams and whatnot too, which is crazy. But I'm hoping that should come out within next month or so. But that's just fingers crossed right there.
Okay.
There's no possibility. Well, there's no certain possibility of when it's coming out, but you know, that's from like what I heard.
Coming soon.
Yes.
Yes, coming soon.
Hopefully very soon.
Where will we be able to?
Initially, I was thinking it was gonna be September 3rd, because I was like, I want to get the song out kind of soon. But then, things happen behind the scenes. So I'm like, I don't know if this is coming as soon as I thought it was.
Yeah, you know, like sometimes things like that happen. That's pretty normal. That's fine. Where would we be expecting to see the single drop?
Ooh, let's see. I'm gonna say within September, and believe it or not, should I say who features in it?
I mean, if you want to, I'm all ears.
All right, so I got Stephen Gordon in it yet again.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Stevie G in this next song that we should have coming out, and we plan on trying to film a music video for that as well.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's gonna be insanity.
That's gonna be fun. I'm excited now.
Oh yeah. The song's I'm gonna go ahead and say what it's called. It's called Getting Started.
Getting Started? Ooh, okay, fun.
Oh yeah.
I like that. Do you want to tell us a little bit about what's gonna be about, or do you want to wait?
I'm gonna say what it's about is you just gotta get started. You just gotta get ready and get started.
What a message! What a message!
Knows what's to come.
Ooh, okay. I will be sure to leave a link to the song in the description of this video. Once it is out, I will edit it for you. I got you. And
awesome. Hey, I appreciate you.
Yeah, and if it's out, then go listen to it. What are you doing here? I mean, you should be here. I mean, this place is great. But I'm so good at this. Okay, so now that we know a little bit about your music, let's talk a bit about voice acting, aka Reality Resort.
Yay!
Yes.
I love reality.
Me too. So, how did you discover Reality Resort and the voice audition? Like, what was the process behind that?
So, I gotta give a shout out to Michael Kim. He's actually been a good friend of mine since 2017, believe it or not. I actually met him online in the Total Drama fan community. So, I met him on there, and of course, like, we started chatting, and we've been chatting for like years at that time. And then I think it was in 2021, there was actually this trip that it was Derek Jackman, Adam Rudine, of course Michael invited me to it, and Stephen Gordon, Dylan Clark, we all went to Nashville. And Michael like knew they was going to Nashville, and he knew I was like in the Tennessee area. So I was like, yeah, I'll go ahead and come on this trip. And after that was history. And really, if it wasn't for Michael taking that step to invite me on that trip, I might not have been in this voice acting community, and I might have not been as aware of, like, you know, certain projects that's like being produced currently as we speak. So I always give a shout out to Michael Kim for that, because he's actually like really helps me within that category.
That's awesome. I've heard that Michael has also helped out a lot of other voice actors who are a part of this venture camp, like really discover it and get into that sphere. So that's really awesome. You know.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, people in the community helping each other. I love that. That's awesome. I really like that. Now, what was your initial reaction when you were casted as Drew?
I was actually in shock. Long story short, I actually auditioned for Tino initially. So I auditioned for Tino and Drew. I was like, Tino fits more of my personality. He loves to work out and whatnot. I like to go to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
He's all like happy-go-lucky. You know, he's here for a good time. Tino
Yeah.
enjoys life. He's like, you know, he's one of the bros. So I felt more confident I was gonna get Tino. But of course I did Drew. I was like, oh, Drew has a completely opposite personality from me. He's like, I always like to say he reminds me of the Black Herald, but
Oh my god.
But long story short, he's also a bit of, he speaks more directly. He's a bit more, you know, kind of mean in certain scenarios, but at the same time, he's just directly honest. I guess that would be the best way to say it.
He speaks his mind.
But, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's a perfect word for it. But yeah, I was actually in shock when Cove, shout out to Cove, he said, hey, I think you'll fit best for Drew. I was like, really? I was actually like mind blown. I was like, Drew? The Drew? Drew Flaboni? But yeah,
my god.
I was actually very excited because that was like legit the first voice acting project I actually got to be involved with. Like it really made my entire week that week because I've always wanted to do voice acting for a long time, to be honest. Because in 2017 actually was like trying to find some projects to voice act and whatnot, but it didn't really happen in the way I was expecting it to. So
yeah,
I was just staying persistent with it. I just kept on, you know, doing my thing, and I kind of took like a hiatus from YouTube, I think in 2018 and 2019, because of course, you know, personal stuff. But
yeah,
you know, I ain't gonna get too far into that.
Your life gets in the way. I get that. That's totally fair.
Oh yeah. But yeah, long story short, yeah, just things just happen to line up perfectly, and yeah, now I'm here today.
Oh my god, that's so awesome. That's really cool. Drew is such a fun character in Reality Resort. I remember when I first read the bios and I saw Drew, I was like, I'm not gonna like this guy, but he's really funny.
He really is, though.
He's so funny.
I've seen a lot of people like hate Drew, but also a lot of people love Drew. Personally, I really love Drew. I have like fun voice in him, and it's like I like to give him that bit of sassiness because he gives me a kind of a sassy vibe, but at the same time, like he gets bullied to a certain extent. So that's what I just like love about that character. So I try to give him a bit of personality. I didn't want it to come off as extremely rude, but I wanted to make sure, you know, he kind of had a little bit of that spice, if that makes sense.
I love your line delivery in the episode. It was so good. You had so much personality that you gave to him. I loved it. Your voice really does suit a cartoon character so well, and I mean that.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And yours does as well. I really like the projects you've been on.
Oh my god, thank you. Oh my goodness. Calamity Island, coming soon. Subscribe to Saturn Productions. Who said that?
Yes. Check it out, everybody. Check it out. I'll be watching it. Best believe it. I'll be reacting to it.
Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. Not to make this about me or anything, but no, I'm kidding. Okay, getting back on track. What has been, you kind of already answered this question a little bit before, but just to kind of expand a little bit on it, what's been your favorite part about voicing Drew and voice acting as a whole?
Oh yeah, so my favorite part about voice acting Drew and voicing as a whole, honestly, is I had the ability to meet like these new awesome people, like some of the Disventure cast members as well. Like I never got to meet them personally. Like I know I got to meet of course, Michael Kim, I already knew him. I got to meet, I'm bad with names.
They're all like, wow, oh my god, David, how could you forget us? What the heck?
I know the main one, of course, that voices Victoria Kinkoy. She is amazing person. One of the best people I've ever met personally. And of course, Derek, like I've known him for like 3 years already. He's always been like an amazing person, anyways.
Yes.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite people. Just so many people on there has just been amazing, amazing, amazing. And the personalities, like the whole cast just gets along so well. It's just like a beautiful thing to see, and the chemistry between everybody is a beautiful thing to see. Because I remember during the watch party before episode 1 released, actually, everybody was just so kind to each other. It just like warmed my heart just to see how close everybody was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like being in a community like that. It's just like it lifts my spirits up. There's
Yeah.
like no negativity whatsoever.
Yeah, because, like, you know, online it can be a little bit of a negative environment, but really just having people come together, creating something and being proud of it, that's so awesome. I love that.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's like one big family. Aw.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. We all each other.
Yeah, so, your character, Drew, how would you describe his character? Like, how would you explain Drew's character to someone who had never even heard of Reality Resort before?
I would. That's actually a good question. But yeah, also, he's very, very stern. You know what I'm saying? I would consider him a very stern person. His personality is like, you know, he's very direct. And it's crazy because, like, I felt crazy just saying these lines because it would never be something I would say in real life personally, because I'm like not the person to try to like batter people down. I'm always about lifting spirits up. But
yeah,
Joe, he's like, man, he don't give up what anybody feels like. He's like, man, it's either this way or that way.
My way or the highway.
Exactly. Like the hamsters in their cheese supply chain. Like, come on now.
It's like Isidore said perfectly. He's fun to make fun of.
Exactly.
Yes.
After seeing that, it was just it killed me. It killed me after seeing it like finally come to life, and it was just funny. Like but believe it or not, that line with the cheese supply chain, it took me like maybe 10 tries to do, and I did it all in one breath because I was like, let me make this sound as crazy as possible. And it was just like, I was out of breath by the time I got to the end of the line, but I finally perfected it, and then seeing it come to life, I was in tears from seeing how everybody was looking at Drew after he just said the most bizarre possible thing known to man in the show.
Oh my god. No, that scene, the expressions especially, just the way everyone looks at him like, is this guy really gonna be on our team? Are you serious?
Right. Exactly. Like, this man right here.
Out of everyone, we get paired with him.
Yeah. Right, out of everybody. I really like the dynamic between Isidore and Drew as well, personally.
Me too!
Like, actually really nice. It gives like Drew's, you know, at least somebody to have an interaction with.
Yeah, and like someone to kind of poke fun at him, but also like find what he's saying entertaining.
Exactly, because at first, when I first seen his personality, like before I even got the script, I was like, yeah, this guy is gonna be a bit of an outcast. But seeing people make fun of him, I'm like, okay, he's, I guess, kind of fitting in, but not really at the same time.
Oh my god. Listen, I am so happy that Drew isn't first eliminated. And Marcus. Yes, I'm going to take this opportunity to talk about Marcus as well, because he's my favorite. But I'm just so glad that they are not first evicted, because I remember all my friends are like, yeah, it's going to be Drew or Marcus. It's going to be either them, or it's going to be Tino. And I'm like, no, it's not going to be Marcus or Drew, no.
Right. Exactly.
And it's
they
not.
They're gonna beat the first boot allegations.
Sorry.
You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, so to every single one of you people who have had discussions with predicting first elimination, sucked in. I won.
Tell him, Forza, tell him.
Yeah, I won. Oh, but yeah. Anyway, Tropical Toucans, best team.
Oh, hands down.
Hands down. No contest. Sorry, Miranda, if you're watching this. Tropical Toucan Slay. Anyway. So,
Love it. I love it. I love it.
yes. So, Reality Resort, we've kind of had that a little bit wrapped up for a second. Actually, here's a question that I didn't write down, but I'm going to ask it anyway. What's been your favorite part about, like, seeing all the fans' reactions to hearing your voice?
It's been hilarious actually because I've seen a lot of mixed reactions. Like I've heard a little bit of constructive criticism. I'm like, I actually love hearing constructive criticism because it like really helps me improve.
Yeah.
And also at the same time, I've seen some people was like, what? What did he just say? I was like, yep. I don't even know either, man. I don't even know either. And then there was other people I've seen that, of course, was like loving the characters so much. It's like it takes them a bit to get used to knowing Drew in a way. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know, it's like eating something brand new that you never liked, but over time you would get like, you know, kind of hooked onto. It's like a cosmic brownie or something like that. You would get addicted to it over time, even if you like don't like it at first. And that's how I was personally with cosmic brownies, but, but you know.
No, but that's
long story short. That's what it reminded me of after seeing everybody's reactions. And yeah, I've actually seen like every single reaction, like pretty much every single reaction that came out for anybody that's watching. I've seen it.
Oh my
You know
god. No, but
So,
like
yeah.
that's such a good thing. I'm glad that people are able to criticize voice acting in a constructive way, because like as a voice actor myself, like I've been doing this for 8 years now. Some people just say your voice is bad. It sucks. It's like, okay, why?
Right.
You
And
know,
that's the thing about like voice acting. Every single person, they all, I feel like they fit a character in their own way. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like, there's always somebody. Like every human on this earth is unique. They like have a face to a character. And
Yeah.
of course, for people that like want to get into voice acting that hasn't been able to, that wants to, just know you gotta stay persistent with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've been wanting to do it since 2017, and I finally made my breakthrough within this voice acting community in 2023 when I was first originally casted for Drew.
Mhm.
So it shows that you just not give up within that situation, because you know you never know which character would suit for you, because everybody's voice is unique in a way. Like my voice is raspy and whatnot, but like it just happened to fit best for Drew at that specific moment. Because I was thinking I was gonna get Tina. That was just an example right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, just gotta stay persistent, everybody, because you never know what can happen. So it's just like you should never give up, no matter
Yeah,
what.
exactly. That is such, I love that. Always keep going, because there are so many voice actors out there who are working for so long and then end up giving up because they don't get cast in anything. I'm like,
Exactly. And I always tell myself, and I might have said this a lot in my own videos as well. I always say that you could be one step away from reaching that goal, and if you stop right there, you would never know if you would have like reached that goal.
Exactly.
So that's why I was like, you always got to keep pushing. No matter how long it takes. Like in tempo, no matter how long it takes, eventually you're gonna get it.
Exactly.
You're eventually gonna
words. Poet. Absolute poet.
get it. Thank you. They used to call me Dr. Seuss in high. No, they didn't call me Dr. Seuss, but
Throwing the roses. I'm throwing the roses. No, but for real, I agree with that 100%. Again, not to ramble or anything, but I originally wasn't going to audition for Calamity Island, because I felt like
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't going to, because I was like, nah, they're not gonna pick me. I'm not good enough for this. And it wasn't until my friends basically shoved it down my throat and they're like, you're auditioning for this, whether you like it or not. So
And I'm glad you did, because like if it wasn't for that,
yeah,
this would have never happened. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
like you never know unless you try.
Exactly. That is the motto in life. You never know unless you try.
Exactly. And also, if you don't get cast, you had fun, you learned something new from it, take what you learned and try again. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yep. Just like that. Wash, rinse, repeat. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Yeah.
hands down. Okay, so what are some of your goals as a content creator for the next year? Bit of a hard question to answer. It's a bit of a big one, but
That's massive.
yeah.
I know personally, I know some of my own goals for content creation. I know I want to try to get into doing more collabs, cause personally, like I've been kind of like distant with like doing collabs and whatnot, cause my nervous is like used to get to me a lot, cause I used to be like a really really shy person back in like school.
Oh yeah, 100%. I get that
Yeah.
100%.
Yes. I really like got out of my shell. So being able to like try to get myself out of that box and try to collab more with people, I feel like would benefit in the long run for like every channel in general. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I feel like I want to try to get into more of that, hopefully for next year. And of course, I'll still be doing reactions nevertheless. But I've actually always loved doing game show videos. There was actually a point in
Yes.
time. Yeah, there was actually a point in time where I think this was in 2019 or 2020. It was some time during the lockdown period of COVID. But I actually did these Omegle videos online, and I called it Omegle's Got Talent. I just went into like random servers, and I was like, showcase your talent, and I was like pretty much dressed up in a tuxedo, and I was like a character. I was just a whole different character.
Wait, that's
And,
awesome. I love that.
Yes, it was so much fun. So I got to see like the talent that everybody got to, kind of produce for me and whatnot. And
Yeah.
there was some pretty good things. Of course, there was a bunch of trolls and whatnot. I had somebody flip me off, and of course,
Oh.
me being my character, I had to roast them. There was no getting out of that. You know what I'm saying? I had to roast them like a turkey.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, there was some singers. There was some people someone that was double jointed. I was like, this blew my mind. I was like, I didn't expect some double jointed people and whatnot. But somebody played the guitar. I was like, okay, y'all are really going all out. But it just shows like, how many talented people are out there. And it was kind of, I kind of wanted to motivate people through that, but also at the same time, of course, it was just a fun video to do overall. But
Yeah.
I definitely want to get more into that because, like, Family Feud is probably one of my favorite game shows.
Oh my god.
Personally, of all time, like Steve Harvey, Chef Kiss.
Yes.
Chef Kiss.
Yes.
It makes it so much fun. Like, oh my gosh, he is the GOAT. He is the legend. So I personally wanted to do more videos like that, kind of game shows.
Interesting. Okay. I'd love to see more of that because, like, Steven's videos that he made, Stevie Showdown, and the Big Brother video, those were so good.
It really were. Like, oh my gosh. Like, being a part of that was insanity. Like, all the work that he put into that, it was unbelievable. Like, I gotta give him, like, hats off to Steven for that. Like, seriously. Having to have all of those clips and compile it all together in a video, and it took hours, as a matter of fact, months to put together.
Yeah.
And it came out the way it did. It's such high production. It was so good, and I just give him so much credit for that.
Yes, absolutely. Those videos are also so much fun because it's never planned out. You never know what's gonna happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what's like. It blew my mind. It's just like seeing everything come together. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because being in those type of reality shows, watching it, of course, you're like, man, this person needs to do this person needs to do that. But actually being there, you don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's really nerve-wracking. Like the nerves are there. Like at that moment, I was kind of stressed. I was like, next. I never know where I was going next. I don't know who could be talking about me behind my back. But of course, people could say the same to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I was like, kind of there. I was like, let me go ahead and play kind of the other undercover game. I didn't want to like seem like I was too much of a threat, but at the same time, I want to try to run challenges late into the game so people realize is what I was fully capable of. But
Yeah.
of course, my main man Steven got me beforehand. But I was like, hey, fair
The
play,
betrayal.
brother, fair play. Yeah.
That betrayal
But
was
yeah.
actually insane.
It really was. But shout out the Connect 4 game right there, baby. I loved it so much. It
Yes.
was so much fun recording that.
Yes,
It took
absolutely.
like 12 hours, I think, to
Oh
record.
my god, really?
Yeah. 12 hours, maybe more. It was like morning when we first started recording it, and then next thing you know, it was like, I think it was midnight.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That is...
It was a lot.
That is passion. Oh my goodness. Okay, so thank you so much for coming on today. It has been a pleasure as always.
Oh yeah, no problem. Hey, thank you for having me.
100%.
I enjoyed myself to the fullest. It was so much fun to, of course, finally be able to talk to you.
Yeah, of course, you too. I've always wanted to kind of reach out, so this was a perfect opportunity to do so. And thank you so much for wanting to come on board. It was a blast.
I had fun. Thank you so much for inviting me. It was surreal. I was like, the Corza? The Corza? I can't pass up the Corza.
Oh my god. Oh my god, stop it. You're making me blush. Okay, now, before we go, however, plug your stuff, promote anything, everything, self-promote, go.
Ooh, okay, I got you. Of course, first things first, I gotta give hats off to the Reality Project. Make sure you subscribe if you're alive to it. I gotta tell you guys that every single time, y'all. You already know, episode 2, hopefully, I'ma say it, may be out sometime in October.
Yes!
So you all stay tuned for that, y'all.
Also, adding on to that for a second, go to their Patreon, buy greetings, subscribe to the Patreon, get the budget going, because we want more episodes.
Yes. We want more consistent episodes. We're hopefully trying to push for consistent episodes starting in 2025. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So make sure you guys just support the show, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And of course, for those of you that don't know, my rap name, of course, it goes by DB Jr. DWEBWEJR. That's what I go by on there. So shout out to my dad for that, beyond offense and whatnot. And yeah, that's pretty much all the shout outs that I have. And of course, you guys know me at Solar Volar as well. I don't have to say too much on that, but you know, for those of you that are new and don't know me, I go by Solar Volar. But of course, my real name's David Benton. Or you can call me David Benton Jr. because my dad's actually David Benton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right, so I will be sure to leave all of Solar Volar's links in the description. I'll leave his Instagram, some links to his music as well, so be sure to go check that out. Thank you so much again for being on here with me today. Is there any more things that you want to say before we end?
Oh god, I said it wrong. Subscribe to Corza Corpse.
Oh my
Subscribe to Corza
goodness.
Corpse.
You should.
Corza is an amazing person. I highly recommend checking this channel out, y'all.
Aww.
It's been a blast to be on this podcast, y'all.
Oh, thank you so much. Also, guys, one thing I forgot to say. We are planning on reaching 4,000 subscribers soon. And if we do that, I have a special announcement where you could win a prize. Ooh, very ominous. Ooh, it includes prizes, so if you're interested, 4,000 subs, come on. I know we can get it by the end of the year. I know it's possible.
Come on, y'all. Let's get it. Make it happen, please.
Yes.
For me. Do it for me, y'all.
Yeah. Do it for the David Benton. Do it, please.
Yes. Subscribe if you're alive, everybody. I gotta tell you that every single month time.
Alright, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you all have a fantastic day. Goodbye.